All right, everyone, we welcome you to the campus of Tabor Academy here in Marion, Massachusetts for this afternoon's coverage of high school ice hockey on Bourne Community Television and on the Bourne Wears Purple YouTube channel. South Coast Conference action today as the 6-6-1 Bourne Canalmen take on the 4-7-2 co-op of Old Rochester and Fairhaven. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds. Keegan, Hamblett on commentary, Ed Strode, the man running the camera. Couple storylines, a couple of notes to go over before we drop the puck on this one. If Bourne wins, they're back to first place in the SEC. If Old Rochester or Fairhaven is able to get the win, they leapfrog to second in the SEC. James Kroll, the team captain for Bourne, 1 point away from 100 in his career. Bourne's in purple, Old Rochester, Fairhaven's in white. This game's underway. It's going to be backhanded down. Palmborg will come out of the crease, trying to leave it for McClain, and a body stumbling down to the ice, cut off by Ronan Kelly in front, looking to find Thomas. Thomas nudged off, taken over short by Bobby Flynn. Flynn tried to leave it for Tobin, still worked at the edge of the face-off circle. Played off to the side, not out. Ben Bartholomew stepping in. Bartholomew getting by Ronan Kelly. Edge of the trapezoid, stumbling down to the ice. Kirby will pick it up for Bourne. Kirby a nice step to get the puck out of the zone, but lost it. So get about 2 steps in front of that blue line. Chance here for the Bulldogs. That's Chase Almeida with it, going around. Kroll will take over and just play it on behind. Here's James Kroll, 8 goals, 17 assists on the year for him. And he's going to send it down right onto Tucker Roy. The Old Rochester netminder has got a .267 goals against average and a .921 save percentage on the year. Both of those ranked 3rd in the conference. McKenna battling with Almeida. Almeida looking to take over. He got a step in front of Hope. Coming in to help is Rivers. Rivers nudged down hard right off in the corner by Hunter McClain. Deflected shot, went out to Nathan Tank. McKenna will take over. That gets deflected again. Tank on the race back. Nathan Tank, sophomore defender. 2 goals, 6 assists this year for him. So we're 1.5 minutes in. McClain spinning away. Looking to find Carpenito on that left side. Can't get the puck out of the zone. On the short side, Samuel Long. McKenna gets to it for Bourne. Also another sophomore defender. He's got 1 goal on the season. Backhand goes to the left, and holding it up is going to be John Gallivati. His older brother Thomas was the former goalie here before, Tucker Roy. The alternate captain, Landon Hope, tried to get it to the left side of Frank Carpenito as the second line's out here for Bourne. Reach of the stick won't keep it in. Seitz trying to get it on back. Left for the deep air and Tank. Tank sends it down the length of the ice. No icing here. Palmborg's going to leave it for McKenna to take. And McKenna gets decked down hard right along the end boards. Down the length of the ice it goes. That'll be an icing. 2 minutes, 35 seconds into this one. That took a while to get to our first whistle of the game. Talked about Tucker Roy. Let's meet Jackson Palmborg, the Bourne goalie. Ranks 1st in the conference in goals against average and save percentage, 159 and 938. As of right now, the season ended today. Those would both be his career highs. Numbers for Tucker Roy a little bit down compared to last season. Last season, his goals against average was a .226 and a save percentage was .936. Here's a nice step up here for James Kroll as he gets into the zone. Kroll still going. His shot, and he missed trying to go on that top left side. Nearly held in by Ronan Kelly. And it looks like we get a penalty coming up. I believe the signal might have been a slash or an interference. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be Kirby going to the box. James Kirby, the sophomore forward, has really stepped up well now on that first line with Thomas and Kroll. Kirby, 4 goals, 5 assists this season. 5 goals, 6 assists in his career overall. And they got matching penalties on the board, it looks like. So we will stay 5-on-5. The faceoff's going to be on Tucker Roy's right side. Thomas stepping in, trying to work against Tank. Able to pop it out in front, but taking over is Chase Almeida, the senior. Kroll gets back to it, waiting for Thomas to tap up. Kroll on the stick drag, caused the body to fall down to the ice. That's Collins holding it in. He's hit hard by Elliott Grant. To the point now, Ronan Kelly takes it high. Tucker Roy didn't get a touch on it. Here comes the counter by the Bulldogs. Hope trying to do some nice defensive work, and he just clobbers down Grant at the red line. Hustling back is Silvera, the two-way junior. Can't get it out. Kroll stepping in. Kroll cutting. His shot deflected, and it goes high off the netting and out of play. That's the second whistle. Let's meet our opposing head coach, Zach Ledigar, 7th season for the Old Rochester side. 48, 73, and 6 is his career record. Carpenito's going to take the draw instead of Ben Buckley. He's able to win it at Old Rochester with Cody Souza stepping in the other way. Gettings got the stick in there. Carpenito retreating off to the side to play it. Nice hit by Tank, stepping in on that right side about halfway through. Is McClain playing it up for Carpenito on the backhand. Can Seitz get there in time? Yes, he can. Seitz on the backhand in front. And all the way through, nobody could connect. Buckley and Carpenito were the two closest, and now it goes off the skate of Carpenito. Taken behind by Old Rochester, 40 seconds left on the matching penalties. Regathered by Buckley, who's going to keep it in as he poked it by Gavin Estevez. Gettings will flutter it up. Nice takeover here by Silvera. Silvera stepping in, his shot blocked. Bombard going to stay at home, got deflected again by Gettings, out in front, a backhand chance and a kick save. Here comes Seitz on the restart. Seitz stepping into the zone on the left. It got blocked off the body of the freshman Ben Bartholomew. Seitz going to play it on down to Meskin Galligan. Off to the right side, never connected with anybody in white. That's an icing against Old Rochester with 10:02 to go in period number 1. Got to talk with Bourne head coach Frank Carpenito before the game. Said the main keys were crashing the net and getting some greasy goals, creating that chaos in front. Bourne got a lot more shots than Old Rochester did in the first meeting between these two schools back in late December. It ended, though, in a 1-1 tie. The only goal that Bourne scored was when Old Rochester backup Mike LaColse had to step on because Tucker Roy got sent to the penalty box. First line back on, and we get a whistle. As soon as the Canalmen win the draw, they're going to have to redo it. Another fantastic crowd making their way here. They got the Old Rochester mascot that's in the building today. Canalmen win it. That was Kirby's shot blocked. The backhand will go out by Matt Tobin. Kelly deflects it off of Galligan. Galligan back to Bartholomew. Goes on the backhand. Tobin between the wickets. Nice pass. And a good step up here by Bobby Flynn. Flynn deflected off of Thomas. And that's going to work on the right side here as Foley will send it down. First line on for Old Rochester as well. Came right into the middle. Nobody could connect or keep it in the zone, and it forces a retreat back by Bartholomew, the freshman with 2 goals and 4 assists this year. That's Ronan Kelly with it. Across the ice, Kirby leaves it. Here's James Kroll. Kroll stepping in. Stick drag. Coming in. Save made by Roy. Rebound falls to Thomas. Out to Ronan Kelly. Back to Thomas. Kelly. Blue line. Shoots. Save. Thomas going to catch up to the rebound here. Goes back to the point. Ronan Kelly looking for a lane. Blocked in front. Rebound goes all the way out to Sean Collins. Deflected off of Kirby. Taken over by Almeida, but it's offside at the line. It looked like Elliot Grant, the sophomore, had a step. This Old Rochester Fairhaven co-op is 2-1-1 in South Coast Conference play. Bourne is 3-1-1. Next game coming up for both sides. They're going against the top team in the South Coast Conference in Somerset Berkeley. Old Rochester at it tomorrow. Bourne at it on Wednesday. Nice step here by Chase Almeida to beat Hunter McClain. McClain spinning his way, but Almeida takes over. The backhand wouldn't connect, and it's going to hop out of the zone. Silvera holds it up on Seitz. Can't get it out. Hope takes over. His shot. Save. Roy. Rebound. Knocked away. McClain looking to follow it up. His shot. Block. Save. Rebound. Carpenito. Wouldn't go, and Roy's got it underneath. He holds for a face-off. Frank Carpenito had a really good look at it. But how about Landon Hope with the hustle to keep that puck in? The alternate captain for Bourne, 6 goals, 6 assists this year, 11 goals, 17 assists in his high school career. Carpenito battling behind the net. Here comes some help to free it by Silvera. Not sure if he got a touch. And Hope's able to play it back into the left corner. Sights on the poke. Got it away by 2. Bartholomew gets it off on the left side. Received some help short. I think that was Estevez that was getting in there. And Roy's going to let that one go off to the side. Sights looking to hold it. Back. Sights sees it, and it's saved once again by Roy. Silvera. Got a stick drag by Sights. Got the pass away. That did not connect with Cody Souza. Now it's Carter Gettings. Lone goal this season, his only career goal. Came just a few games into the year at St. John Paul. Roy has to leave it short as it deflected right into the crease, and that time it's sent off the netting and out of play. Well, coming up tomorrow, and the video is going to be posted tomorrow night, we're going to have our Canal Cup preview show. Alternate captain Landon Hope and team captain Jackson Pomborg will be joining myself to just preview the Canal Cup overall. That's coming up on Saturday. It's going to be a great 15 to 20 minute show that we're going to be having inside the Bourne locker room. It's a weird part of the glass. Kelly able to chip it up about 10 feet further. Playing it up that time was Galligan. Kroll on the backhand flick. It's sticked down by Tank. Popped up. Here's Sean Collins. Collins off to the right. Off the skate of Thomas. Thomas away to Kroll. Sticks it down. Holds it up. Nice pass over. Thomas looking to beat Galligan to it. Thomas still going with the puck. Has Kirby in the middle. Thomas tried to poke it away with the body falling down. It finds the stick of Kroll. His shot, saved, rebound, poked away off to the side. Kelly looks to follow it up. He didn't get all of it. Might have gone off of Tank. Thomas again, still going. Thomas holding, had Kroll down behind. That's where he goes. James Kroll holds it up edge of the circle. Tried to pass it into the middle. And the Bulldogs able to counter the other way. Here comes Tank with it. Tank past the red line, will send it down. He tried to play it himself, and he just gets decked down by Sean Collins. Temeskin Galligan has to go back to retrieve this one. Over to the right side, it's Elliott Grant. Turned over, shot here, and Roy might have gotten a piece of it. Taking it was Buckley. Ben Buckley that close to his first career goal. Pops in the air, Thomas looking to find it. Here comes the follow-up by Kroll. Out to McClain, his shot wide on the left. Poked away off to the side. Grant's going to play it up, but McClain is there for Bourne. Some of the fans in front of us starting to get a little antsy, telling old Rochester to keep countering the other way. And here comes Kroll on a counter the other way. Maybe a 2-on-2 rush. Kroll coming in, tried to leave it for Buckley. Grant almost picked it up on the right side. Kroll's going to send it down as he's got to get off for our line change. That was about to be a delayed offside. That's the third line's coming on now. Paul Tarantino seeing some ice action out there. Gotta love seeing the underclassmen getting out there. Nice tap down. Here comes a rush. It's Drew Kelly. Pressured by Bartholomew, and both of them end up going down to the ice. Almost looked like Char against Pacioretty right in that corner of the boards. Bodies flying down everywhere now. McClain, nice stick drag to get by 2. He's going to step into the zone with it. His shot kicked away by Roy. Follow up, McClain gets it. Back around, Bartholomew's first to it in front of Tarantino. Deflected up high. And Gettings with the flick on a delayed offside. This is playing out similarly to the last matchup. Shots on goal right now. Bourne's got 8. Old Rochester's only got 1. A haul down to the ice, taken over by Sights. Sights in front, stick down, backhand. Might have gone all the way through to Roy. Here comes McClain on the follow-up. It's blocked off a skate. McClain still pressuring. It's going to go the other way on a 2-on-2. Stepping up into the zone is Flynn. His shot wide on the left. Going end to end, you get an open sight waiting for it on that right side. The intended target was Carpenito, and that's going to lead to an icing. When we talked about Carpenito's keys, got to talk with Coach Ledegar for Old Rochester's keys to the game. He said the main thing is competing. He wants to see a good first period through third period effort in this game. He said it's something that they really haven't seen a lot of this year, but would like to see that pave way tonight in a big South Coast Conference game. Comes out to Tank. His shot blocked, and that one did not miss by much. It looked like for a moment it was going to get deflected into the upper corner of the net. Here comes a one-on-one here. It's Charlie Seitz stepping in, left side. His shot blocked again. A lot of blocked shots here by Old Rochester in the early going. Hope will bring it back to Ronan Kelly. Kelly looking to flick it. It's off the skate of Hope. Seitz now into the middle. Carpenito behind. Hope, the self pass. Battling forward. Tank and Hope just sending them down. Oh, they got a penalty called on that. Landon Hope is going to go to the box. Original hit wasn't a penalty. It had to have been for after the fact. Just hammering him down all the way hard. So first man advantage of the night is going to go in favor of Old Rochester. Again, the co-op with Fairhaven, but they use the Old Rochester logo, name, and color. Sent down the ice quickly by Hunter McClain. Roy comes way out of the net to play it. This is Estevez with the puck. You got about a minute difference between the end of the period and the end of the penalty. Good move by one. Estevez lost it. It's going to be picked up by Kroll, who leaves it for Thomas. Back over to James. Kroll still going. Saved by Roy. Rebound falls to Chase Almeida. This is a nice counter the other way. Almeida still going, had Tank and Tobin. Got it to Tobin, and he missed short side on the right. He falls down to the ice, and it's going to be sent down again by McClain. It's Bartholomew with it. Thomas now hustling back into the play. Bartholomew got by Kelly, still going. A save by Pomborg. Rebound tapped off the boards only as far as the red line where Elliot Grant's waiting for it. Grant nudged by Thomas as he got the puck into the zone. Kelly will send it over the middle, deflected. Bartholomew down to the ice. Kroll helped get it back, and Kelly will send it down. He's going to stay on the ice with half a minute on the penalty. It's Grant again, backhand. Got it by McClain, he's gonna get to it first. Grant still going, leaves it, Bartholomew holding it up, shooting it blocked off of Kirby. Taken in the corner, Grant in front, fanning on the shot was Cody Souza. Now at the top, Bartholomew shoots a kick, saved by Pomborg. Saw that one through traffic. Follow-up chance deflected. Hope's out of the box. Carpenito's going to step on for him. Kirby now battling for it. Seitz finds the puck. Will play it off to the side. No icing here. Took a deflection right in front of the Bourne bench. 45 seconds. It's going to be dumped in by the sophomore Souza. Taking it on the other side is Collins. He can't get it out. Souza still going by Kirby. Flicked it through the crease off to the side. Carpenito getting to it first, looking to play it up. Seitz waiting for it, and he can't fish the puck out of the Old Rochester skate of Tobin. Seitz is going to get to this on the right side with 15 seconds, and he's just going to dump it into his own offensive zone. Not looking to create a rush. Now he did, and it goes off the blocker of Roy, who was stumbling down. Wouldn't have counted those, it was offside. That's going to do it for the first period as they got one more on to Roy. All right, shots on goal in that first period. Bourne with 10, The Old Rochester side with 4. Ed Strode and I are going to take a short break on our tape delay and live stream feed. Second period coming up soon. All right, we're back inside Tabor Academy here in Marion, Massachusetts. About ready to start period number 2 in today's South Coast Conference ice hockey matchup between the Bourne Canalmen and the Old Rochester Bulldogs. Scoreless through 15 minutes of play. Your shots on goal in period 1. Bourne had 10, Old Rochester had 4. Once again, we thank you for tuning in on any of our platforms, including our YouTube live stream on the Bourne Wears Purple YouTube channel. Keegan Hamblett on commentary, Ed Strode running the camera. First line's back out there for both sides to start out period 2. Again, Old Rochester's in white, Bourne's in purple. Second period underway. Old Rochester's going to control first with Bartholomew. Pressured by Kroll. Try to play it off for Tobin. That's a nice leave-off. 2-on-2 the other way. Here's the step and knocked off the puck. Thomas knocked it off. Here's Kelly stepping the other way. He's got Kroll on the right side. Stays on side, and the shot misses on the short side. Thomas, the alternate captain, stepping in against Bartholomew. Kroll on frame, follow-up poked wide. Bartholomew again, gathering, right side. Deflected into the middle, that's gonna work, but it's offside. Bobby Flynn, sophomore, 5 goals, 5 assists, try to enter in. Faceoff's going to be just outside of the Canalmen defensive zone. Kirby and Almeida on the draw. Kirby will win it. Now Bourne has to catch up to it, which they do with Ronan Kelly. Only as far as the red line. Dumped right back in. McClain's there first. Thomas able to find it. That's a nice leave-off. Maybe a 2-on-1. Kirby's got Kroll. Kirby the backhand across, and it didn't get all the way through to Kroll. Almeida was the one who cut it off. Thomas looking to play it on behind. Galligan not out. Kroll finds it. His shot blocked. Rebound ended up on the other side. The net was partly vacated as Tucker Roy was waiting for it to go right on his short side. Deflected again. Here's Tank on the backhand. We'll hit the netting and we'll go out of play. Almost would have hit us if there wasn't a netting here. It would be that Gallo Arena setup. This time the second line will come on. Sight's going to take the draw against Silvera, left side of Roy. Deflected off to the side, looks to get it on back. It's going to be taken over by Estevez, stepping in against Collins. Collins a nice nudge to just knock Estevez down to the ground, and they get a penalty coming up. They get a penalty coming up. That's a light one. They're going to put Collins to the box. Are you kidding me? Unless he got a stick in there, I didn't see anything. We'll wait to see what the official call. Maybe a hook, if anything. It looks like that's what it was. Second power play of the afternoon here for Old Rochester. They get to it quickly, and it goes off to the side. Calling for it was Estevez. He's waiting for it. They go to the right side to Tank, looking to swing it around for Almeida. Chase Almeida holding it up. Estevez at the point. Sights with the pressure. Played right across. Couldn't connect. Tank again on the right side. Deflected down low. Silvera looking to get to him. McClain found it. McClain made 2 big clearances on the first penalty kill for Bourne. And that one's going to hop out. This might be a chance here. Sights knocked down to the ice. Got decked by Almeida, and here he comes. Almeida holds it up, leaves it short. Trying to wrap it around is Foley in front. Almeida got it on to Pomborg, who made the save. And this one's going to go on to Roy, who played over the middle, and that's going to be a turnover. Seitz is going to dump it back in. Kroll will back off of the potential pressure of Nate Tank. Tank trying to go the whole 200 by himself. Now it's Almeida battling with Kroll. Missed the hit. Cut off in the middle. Walking out the other way is Ronan Kelly with 2 Bulldogs back, and he played it by Tobin. 35 seconds on the Old Rochester man advantage. 2 shots so far on this power play. Behind Tank, picked up by Foley. Foley over the middle. McClain gets it down to himself and sends it down. Tank gonna restart again. Hopping to that right side. Crowler's ready to line up. McClain off the boards, couldn't get it out. Tank still going with it as the penalty's about to expire, and it's gonna be sent down the length of the ice. No icing called as they cleared the puck down. About 2 seconds on the clock. Souza with the touch. I think an offside has been called here. Once again, next game's coming up for both sides. They're both against Somerset Berkeley, who's number 1 in the conference. Old Rochester's back at it tomorrow at 4 o'clock here at Tabor Academy. They got 3 games in 3 days. Bourne gets a couple of days off. They won't play Somerset Berkeley until Wednesday, which will be at Somerset Berkeley, which I'll have the call for that one on our usual feeds. Here's Souza going to the left side. Kroll looks to keep it in, which he did for the moment. Nice step the other way, and stumbling down to the ice with Souza. Poked forward, here comes Thomas, waiting for Kroll to join him. Thomas' shot, scores! Cole Thomas, a nice shot on the left side, puts Bourne in front. .410 will be the time of the goal. That's the 9th goal of the season for Cole Thomas, the 24th in his high school career. And Bourne finally has that road lead, and the referee down on the ice, and he's down. Yep, they're going to stop this for a second. This is going to be delayed for a moment. We got to make sure this official's okay. You know what? We'll take a short break on our feeds. We'll be right back. All right, we're back at Tabor Academy in Marion. Official is back up on the ice, and he's going to stay in the game. That's something we love to see out there. Took a really hard hit down to the ice, might have hit his head. Our live stream audience that was with us, maybe 2.5 minutes. That's great that it wasn't that long of a delay that we had. Hope giving the puck a chase against Elliot Grant, and he just deked him out, and Grant went flying into the board. Shot attempt from the line will be covered up by Pomborg, and Body's getting into it with McClain nudging a Bulldog down. Looked like he sent down Elliot Grant. Top line comes back out there. Face off right side of Pomborg with 10-12 to go in period 2. Tank had a lane, will play it off to the right. Tobin got it into the middle, deflected up high, whacked away. Thomas will find it over to Kroll. James Kroll stepping into the zone on the right side, holds it up, tried to leave it short. Couldn't get it with the reach of the stick at 100% power. Tank looking to go around the boards. Will help get deflected out of the zone and sent right back down the ice. There's Tank again, pressure by Thomas. Chipped over, Tobin will take over. Kroll again holding it in at the point. Gets the puck by Silvera. Silvera hops onto it. Thomas knocks him down. Taken over behind by Kirby. Kirby looking to play it over to Thomas. That's where it goes. Thomas to Kroll, and it hopped over his stick. Ronan Kelly now. Back to James Kroll. Kroll still controlling, lost the puck. Here it comes the other way. It's Foley going with it. Leaves it for the trailer. And stepping in, looked like was either Silvera or Flynn. Couldn't tell from here. Cole Thomas. Yet again, holding it up. Looking to find Kirby in the corner. Collision of bodies yet again, almost deflected out in front. Galavati, the recipient of that hit, and here comes Estevez with it. Estevez stepping into the zone. His shot, a save by Pomborg. Left the rebound close. Taken behind nicely by Ronan Kelly. Glove down in the middle. Kelly takes over, looking to dish it. Fans urging everybody to go for it. It's going to be gloved by Estevez, deflected. Long couldn't get it and sent right back down by Galavati. Held in, it's Bartholomew. Stick drag, tied up with Drew Kelly. Saved by Pomborg. Taking over on the short side, Pomborg with the save as it popped right in front of him. Grant looks to settle it down, couldn't connect with Almeida. Collins racing on back. Almeida pokes it, has Grant in the middle. Still going with it. Back on the backhand. Almeida wraps it in front. Not there. Body flying down to the ice. Looked like it was Kelly. We got a penalty coming up. Old Rochester's going to go to the power play for the third time in this game. And there's the touch by Bourne. So it was Collins who touched it. You had Tucker Roy going to the net. Well, let's see who they got going to the box. It's going to be Sean Collins. Sean Collins, senior defender, had a goal this year. It's just a slap shot right from the blue line. A dominant win they had earlier this season, taken over right away. Pomborg with the touch, and it's sent right into the Bulldog bench. Sean Collins was actually the backup to Jackson Pomborg for a couple of years before this season, 2 years to be exact. Saved every shot last year. He had a .900 save percentage in his sophomore year. This is Tank with it behind Roy's net. Estevez will start the rush up. To the left side it goes to Foley. Foley steps in, has Almeida, has Tobin. Will give it on to Tobin. His shot saved by Pomborg again. McClain will gather up the rebound. Can't flutter it out. Here's Estevez, a glove save. Jackson Pomborg, after only seeing 4 shots in the first period, now has faced 9 in the opening 8:08 of period 2. Tobin gathers it on the short side. Stick down for the moment by Kelly. Deflected again. Thomas on the backhand will send it down. I tell you what, Ronan Kelly, Hunter McClain, although they're not on the score sheet yet in this one, they're up for players of the game so far. They've been doing tremendous work on these penalty kills and making good rushes, hits along the boards. Gotta love this D pair on the first line. Estevez having some trouble with the puck. Spinning away from Thomas with 50 seconds on the power play. Poked over the middle again. Off to the side it goes. Foley. Got by Thomas. Got by Kroll. Into the zone. He shoots blocked high. And it's going to go out of play. Long's going to take the face-off against Landon Hope this time with 6 minutes to go in the second period. Grant on the left side saw a lane. It got blocked off of Hope. Kelly catches up to it, over the middle, off of Grant, springs out the other way. Here comes Charlie Seitz. Seitz coming in, he shoots and a save. Rebound in front, couldn't be poked in by Hope. Roy retreating on back to get into the crease. What a save and a dangerous rebound that they couldn't capitalize on. Silvera now on the left side. Hit by McClain. Power play's about to expire as it's sent down the ice. A lot of good looks on that power play for Old Rochester. Still haven't put one in the back of the net on 13 shot attempts. Here's Long. Long will walk by Bartholomew himself. Tapped by Hope. A hit from behind by Grant. McClain couldn't settle it. Kelly goes to get it. We'll go to the other side of McClain. Deflected over the middle, helped out of the zone by Seitz. Nice hit. Hope gets it. Got the puck into the zone. Carpenito was waiting for it on the left. Here's McClain again. Just has to backhand as Carpenito is in an offside position. Tank on the right side. Never got out. Seitz on the backhand. Deflected into the middle. Left short. The shot wouldn't go, and it's out of play. That was Landon Hope on that shot attempt. Face off on the right side of Roy. We had a tie. We're going to redo it. Second time we've had to redo a draw today. The Canalmen win it. Shot attempt, save, and Roy will cover it up before Kroll could catch up to it. James Kroll, he's the eye to be looking out for today. 1 point away from 100. He's had a couple good looks. This time it's tapped off to the side. Almeida fluttered it up, and that's offside at the line. Collins deflected it off of a Bulldog stick. They had a player forward already in the zone. Looked like that was Foley and Souza going in on that rush. Connor Foley, senior forward, leads the team in points this year with 8 goals, 14 assists. That's 22 total. He had most points and goals last year. Here comes Kroll with it across Thomas, and he couldn't dish it back over. He was going to pass it back over to Kroll. Nice hit off to the side. The backhand goes out, and a hustle to the puck. It's going to be close, but it goes down for an icing. Souza with a great effort to try to get onto it. And we're just talking about Connor Foley. Led the team in goals last year with 11. He had the most points with 27. And after today, still 6 games to go in the regular season for Old Rochester, so he's probably going to eclipse that if he keeps it up with this pace. Kirby tried to kick it to himself. Bartholomew pressured by Kroll. Still tied up. Kroll's going to walk away with it. Retreating onto the corner. Kroll still controlling. Tobin applying the pressure. Wraparound shot. Got stick down. That across. Thomas. Back to the line. Here's McClain. Saved by Roy. He holds on for a face-off. Thomas, too far for Kroll that time. Bartholomew is going to get there for Old Rochester. Hit in the boards. Oh, you got to be kidding me. They got another penalty called. It's going to be the 4th one. It's like we're playing Pee-wee out here. And Kroll's talking to the official like, how is that a penalty? Hey, what else are you supposed to do? He hit him in the boards. Oh, they put a double minor on the board, too. This is insane. All right. Bourne still leading by 1, 3.5 to go. You want to have a chance to compete in the SEC, you got to keep killing off these penalties. You want to prove why you're the best team out there. Estevez had it poked out of the zone by Landon Hope. Seitz regathers. Can't get it out, though. Fed to Nate Tank, who has to go retreat on Hunter McClain. That's Almeida controlling down low. Almeida holds it up, tried to get it out to Foley, but again, it's Hope on the deflected clearance. Good step up here. It's Foley coming in. Foley stick drag still coming in. Bulldogs still in control. That's Tobin feeding it across to the right side. Tank pressured by Seitz. Tank now works behind the net. Foley waiting for options. We'll go to Tank on the other side. 3 minutes on the double minor. His shot is saved by Pomborg. These top guys have really been doing well for Old Rochester today. They've had a lot of good looks at the net. The Bulldogs get to it again. That's Silvera going out to Grant. Elliot Grant feeds it to the right side. It's going to stay in the zone. Deflected in front. Pomborg with the save. Wow, what a save. Went full stretch on that one. Another shot, short side, want to go, and it popped right off to the side with McClain picking it up and sending it down. That's his 15th save. That might be the best one today. Back over the middle it goes. Here's a nice step coming here for Sam Long. Long working, short angle. We'll wrap it around behind the net. Long had Grant. We'll chip it short. This is Silvera holding, save, rebound, blocked. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. Cross check is the call. Let's see. I think they got Thomas going to the box this time. 5 penalties called against Bourne. You know what? This is what we talk about every single time for keys to the game. As Pomborg makes another save as it's sent down, you got to stay disciplined. You can't be taking all of these penalties. So now it's 5-on-3 for another minute 45. If you're Old Rochester, you got to score on this one. Now they're offside at the line. That one will go down the length of the ice. Roy's going to leave it for Estevez to take it. There's about 21 seconds in between that penalty and the end of the period. As Bourne's going to send it down again. Short angle shot saved by Pomborg, picked up by McClain. He's going to send it down again. Regathering is Foley, stepping in, Foley, and they're offside again. Offside with Samuel Long. Yeah, there's our shot at the Old Rochester Bulldog right there. Should probably take my college hat off because that's a Bulldog that we got on the hat right now. It's the same color too. Just under 31 seconds to go as the Bulldogs win another draw. Back to the left side. Shot blocked. Losing his stick was Kelly. The follow-up shot, I don't know if it got all the way through. Hope is going to help get it out of the zone. Grant back to the right side. Old Rochester's got to go quick. Here they come. Pomborg will stick away another one. Picked up again with 8 seconds. Fed into the middle. Other side. Shot off the post. 2 seconds and 1. Bartholomew held on to it too long. That's how period 2 is going to end. The only goal in that second period was a shot by Cole Thomas. It was his 9th goal of the year. When we return for the start of the third, 20 seconds, Old Rochester will have 5-on-3. Ed Strode and I will take another short break. We'll try to calm down a little bit up here. We'll be right back. All right, we're back inside Tabor Academy here in Marion, Massachusetts. 15 minutes to go in the South Coast Conference ice hockey matchup between the Bourne Canalmen and the Old Rochester Bulldogs. 1-0 Bourne is the score through 2 periods of play, with Cole Thomas, the junior, an alternate captain, notching his 9th goal of the season on a rush that started on the left side. Their shots on goal right now in this one, it was a big discrepancy compared to the first period. Overall, Old Rochester has 19, Bourne's got 15. So Old Rochester outshot Bourne 15-5 in that second period. And the Bulldogs are going to start the third period on a 5-on-3 man advantage for 20 seconds, and then it'll go 5-on-4 for 9 seconds. That penalty box, you can see it right in the middle off to the right side of the red line. It is crowded with Canalmen players in there. This is a Bourne side. If they're able to win this one, in terms of points, they will leapfrog into first place in the SEC. Old Rochester, if they can come back to win this, they'd go to second and jump over Bourne. Almeida's ready to take the face off. The top line's out there for Old Rochester. Hope's going to take it. McClain and Kelly are back there defensively. A lot of noise coming here from Tabor Academy. What's one of the biggest games on the SEC calendar that ended in a 1-1 tie in late December. Here we go, third period underway. Going to be controlled first by Connor Foley. He's going to start the rush up himself. The team captain over the middle. Foley still going to the left side. Saved by Pomborg. Almost trickled right through as it entered the crease. Hope looking to get it clear, and he does. And we get a touch, and the net's off its pegs. That's why we had the whistle. I was going to say, it went on to Tucker Roy. Why is there a whistle down there? So one penalty's over. We got 8 seconds now on a 5-on-4. And joining Hope, McClain, and Kelly is going to be Thomas, who's just out of the box. Kroll's waiting to get on the ice. The faceoff's going to be at center dot. It's going to be the same two. Hope and Almeida. Almeida will get to it this time. Taking it, trying to rush up was Bobby Flynn. He'll go down behind, and that's it for the 5-on-3, and then the eventual 5-on-4. Kirby tried to tap it down. Bartholomew racing on back. Bartholomew moving to his right. Able to poke it away. Here's Tobin. Tobin deflected. Foley fanned on the pass attempt, and here comes Thomas. He's got Kirby on the left. Thomas shoots, and he didn't miss by much. He hit the end boards, and a whistle and a stoppage of play. Once again, another reminder, especially to our live stream audience, we got 22 viewers watching at home. Tomorrow night, if you check on our usual feeds, we will have our Canal Cup preview show that is posted. Jackson Pomborg, Landon Hope will be joining myself to preview the annual matchup between Bourne and Sandwich. We'll recap how last year's event went, and we all know how that went pretty well. 4 overtimes, Bourne got the win. And we'll give a sneak preview because we are going to have a special guest join in on commentary on that Saturday. McClain pokes it. There's Thomas. Got the puck by Estevez. Thomas on the right side. We'll have Kirby waiting on the left, trying to get by Bartholomew now. Thomas still working with it. Had McClain at the point. It's going to be left short for Cody Souza. Souza nudged by Hope. And too far on the other side for Kirby to catch up. Bartholomew leaves it for Estevez. Here comes the follow-up, but Estevez is going to send it down. Here's Hunter McClain with it. McClain off to the left side. Nice nudge on Thomas. Thomas walks the other way. Leaves it for Kirby, picking it up as Hope. Hope knocked down to the ice, followed by Kirby, is blocked. Puck's still waiting in the middle, and here comes the counter. And it's just going to be lofted down the ice. Old Rochester's going to do a line change. That was Sam Long who was dumping it in. Thomas turned over in the middle, deflected away. Here's Almeida picking it up. Almeida looks to go down to Grant off the skate of Rivers. Rivers catching up to it. Almeida finds it right in the mix. Almeida still holding on to it, waiting for options. Pressured by McClain. Knocked away by Thomas. Follow up. Tank shot was a bouncer. Ended up on the left. Nice pickup. Now Thomas has to find it. He can't. Almeida battling with Hope. Hope will take over for the moment. Rivers tried to get a stick down. At the point, sending it down is Silvera. Grant. Left side. Waiting for it, and that's where it goes. It's cut off. Here comes Kirby. Kirby stepping up the other way. Kirby nudged by Tank. Kirby is going to hold it up behind. Left in front. Holding it up that time was Seitz. He was waiting for Carpenito. Tap down the ice. If it makes it, which it will, that's an icing. Will be Buckley filling in for Hope up top on this de facto second line right now for Bourne. Tobin controlling, deflected into the middle. Foley couldn't pick it up. Helped forward just a little bit by Flynn. Yeah, another icing call, this time against the Canalmen. And Bourne wins it this time. That was Buckley winning the draw. Gettings looking to go to the left to Carpenito. Turned over. Chance in front. Palmborg has it covered up in between the pads. Tobin sees a lane, pops it to himself in the middle, goes wide on the right side, picked up on the short angle. Like, that was Foley trying to get to it. Tapped out of the zone, and Buckley won't catch up to it. Galavati's back there for Old Rochester. Will play it off the boards. Didn't connect. Kelly let it go. That's an icing. James Kroll is still waiting in that penalty box, just trying to get out. He's been dying to get to 100 points. Thomas gets to it, saved by Roy. Ends up behind. Here's Kirby picking it up. Kirby wraparound, never got all the way through. Kelly doing a good job to battle for it at the blue line. It's walked out the other way. Stepping into the zone as Long. Long trying to hold it up. Hope got the stick down. Here comes Cole Thomas, left side. Thomas has Hope. Thomas looking to cut in front. Slide tackled. The net's off its pegs, but there was an arm up. So there's going to be a power play here for the Canalmen. Nate Tank going to the box this time. So they'll have Hope, Seitz, and Thomas out there as the forwards, and McClain, Kelly back defensively. Power play here for Bourne. Kelly retreats onto the right. We'll play it for Hope, who's just going to backhand it down. Bartholomew's going to cut it off. Two Canalmen in there battling for that puck. They almost came away with it. Now the sticks are being raised. Hope shot save Roy. Still in the crease, and it's sent down. Palmborg hit it off of McClain. There's Almeida. And now Kelly will get it away to McClain. That could have been dangerous. Here's Hope stepping into the zone. Landon Hope trying to hold it up. Thomas will pick it up. Thomas to McClain. McClain shot, blocked up high. Follow-up chance, never got through. That was Hope looking to get one away. It's going to go around the boards where McClain's waiting for it. Now just down a man. Thomas down low. Seitz holding it up. Seitz back down to Thomas. McClain saw a lane. Thomas. McClain, one-time shot, missed on the right. And Kelly and Hope were in a perfect angle. It's going to go all the way down. Thomas. Over to Landon Hope. Back up in the air it goes. Kelly to McClain. McClain leaves it for Hope. Back over left side. 27 seconds on the power play here for Bourne. Hope up top to Thomas. Thomas's shot, saved by Roy. Ends up to Bartholomew. Fanned on the clearance attempt. Kelly will send it down. Looking to cut it off is going to be Silvera. Hope will get to it on the other side. 9:06 to go in regulation. Bourne's up by 1. McClain back to the right side. Shot by Kelly is blocked. It's Thomas with it. Sends it down. Sight. Sight still battling for it, but taking over his old Rochester with Silvera. Hope back. Thomas across, and Roy got a piece of that one. McClain got it away. Roy with another save, deflected in front. He got another one. You got another icing called against old Rochester. 8.5 to go on the clock. Kirby, back for Carpenito. Carpenito back to Kirby, fanned on the shot. And it's going to counter the other way. That's Rivers going across. That's a nice pass. Here comes Grant. Grant still going left side, pressured by Collins. Back to the corner it goes. Galavati's waiting for it. Grant took the shot, saved by Pomborg. Tank looking to follow it up. Pokes it away from Buckley. Collins back to the other side. Weird bounce. Galavati steps in. Backhand. Will chip it down. Too far for Rivers. Grant knocked off as he was trying to play it. Almeida to the line. Good move by Tank. Tank sliding down to the ice was Buckley. Back across it goes. Here's Tank shooting it up high. Pomborg with the save. Rebound in the area. Pomborg saw it, still loose, and he's got it. It's underneath the padding. Knocked down. Bodies flying everywhere. Pomborg a little bit shaken up. Carpenito's not too happy. I think they got matching penalties and we're going to stay 5-on-5. Collins and Grant are going to the box. So yep, they get matching penalties on the board. We're going to stay 5-on-5. Souza tried to chip it. Thomas battling. Souza trying to come in to help. That's going to work nicely. Here comes the defender, Kelly, stepping in. Kelly leaves it. Thomas still trying to get that shot away. He does. Block. Sight's looking to follow it up, and he roofed it. Kelly into the middle. Shot wouldn't go. That was Thomas who had a look at it. Now it's McClain. Gets it away to Thomas. Chips it over to Landon Hope. Landon Hope holds it up. He shoots it off the boards. McClain doing a good job on the backhand to get it back to Thomas. Thomas to Sights. Hope spinning his way against Estevez. At the line, the shot attempt saved by Roy. Hope lost it. Bouncing puck. McClain got it away. Help from Kelly over to Hope. It's going to be taken back over by old Rochester. They're offside. Estevez not too happy about that decision. Souza was the one in the offside position. Kroll's penalty time is up now. Had to have been maybe a 10-minute misconduct or something like that. So he's back on the ice. It's the top line out there. 6:21 to go. And he's going to be matched up with Matt Tobin. Kroll trying to get it by Galavati. Tobin sent it back into the zone. McClain away off to his left. Here comes Foley. Tobin was ready to apply the pressure. McClain got it away. Now it's going to have to be Kirby. Plays it off the boards. Thomas, the stick being raised. Kroll's going to find it. He's going to start up on the right, cutting into the middle. Try to get that pass away, a whistle and a stoppage. It looks like we got another penalty coming up. This time it's going against Old Rochester. Surprise, surprise. Foley's going to the box. That's a man advantage chance now for the Canalmen. And Old Rochester able to win it. Tank looking to go around. McClain stepping in. Now has to retreat on back, and they got a penalty coming up here against Hunter McClain. Just like that. That took 7 seconds. And you can see assistant coach Andrew Arkey is beside himself right along the bench. All right, we're going 4-on-4 for a minute 47. Galavati off a skate offside. I'm telling you, what do we have for penalties now? Old Rochester got called for 2 and Bourne got called with 8. Here's Tank stepping in by Kelly. Tank still going on the backhand across. Picking it up for the moment was Almeida. He's going to get it to himself. Almeida pressured by Kroll, able to poke it away to Thomas. And here comes Kroll. James Kroll trying to step up. There we go. There's your penalty. Going to answer right back at you. Now it's 4-on-3, so now a lot of open ice to work with here for the Canalmen. They want to try to bury an insurance goal for now. Well, keep the top guys out there. Old Rochester wins the face-off, and good job by Hope to keep it in. Hope gives it away to Thomas. Minute 12, 4-on-3. Hope. Back up top, Thomas, fanned on the shot, tried to get back to it. Tapped out the other way, Hope will get there first. Here's Ronan Kelly. So we have 4:50 to go in regulation. Bourne barely holding on to a 1-point lead. Kroll's gonna enter in. Kroll, again, 1 point away from 100. Gives it to Landon Hope. Landon Hope shoots it high off the boards. Rebound falls to the stick of Ronan Kelly. Kelly to Thomas. Cole Thomas shoots it off the post and no goal. Off the post behind Tucker Roy. Wouldn't fall. Thomas cutting into the middle. Still holding on to the puck, waiting for space. Hope down low. Kroll holds, shoots. Saved by Roy. He's got it for the face-off. Only one change is going to come here for Old Rochester, as Flynn's going to go off to the side. Hope wins another one. Thomas back. Kelly will give it to Hope. Thomas at the top of the blue line. 12 seconds on the 4-on-3. Hope still holding on to it. Hope leaves it. Here's Kroll. James Kroll in the middle. Shoots and he missed. One penalty's over. We're at 4-on-4. Thomas gets it by Almeida. Thomas still holding it, poked at by Tank. Another penalty's over. 5-on-4 now for Bourne. Here's Kroll. Gets it away to the left. McClain down to Hope. Hope across, sticked away by Tank. Thomas going to keep it. Nearly had it go the other way. Thomas off the skate of Hope. Thomas instead's going to go to the point to McClain. Off the stick of Foley. Played over the middle. That's going to do it for all of those penalties. They're going to keep the same guys out there. They've been exhausted. They've been out there for a while. Kroll trying to chip it. It's stick down by Foley. Foley got by Thomas. Foley still going. Backhand shot. Wide on the left side. Tobin gets to it first for Old Rochester. Trying to get by Ronan Kelly. Tobin on the backhand in front. Wouldn't be poked in on the short side. Hope. Try to leave it. Hope's going to pick it up. 2:35 to go in the game. Kelly away to Thomas. Thomas has an option forward. Couldn't get it over to James Kroll. It's off a Bulldog stick. Hope still working to get that puck back. It's in the corner. Foley looking to tap it down to himself, which he will. Question's going to become if and when does Coach Ledigar want to pull Tucker Roy. Here's McClain sending it down. It's behind Kroll. Kroll trying to pick it up. McClain now battling for it with the skates. Kroll finds it. James Kroll, stick drag in front. Never got it away, but a penalty's coming up. Penalty is coming up. A hooking is the call. And there was an extra nudge in there as well after the fact, so Seitz is going to the box as well, along with Ben Bartholomew. And again, we're going to keep it, I think, 5-on-5. So Thomas is going to come on for Hope. And nope, the referee's going to overrule that. So actually, it's going to be Kirby that's on for Thomas. I mean, how fitting is it that we're going to have regulation end with penalty time still on the clock? Kroll now made on the face-off. Battle of the 17s. The Bulldogs are going to get to it. It's off on the right side. Tobin over the middle. Finds Almeida. Almeida's going to step in. Roy is starting to step to the bench, just about 2 steps out of the crease, though. Battle 4. Galavati. Ledigar with the motion. He's ready to pull him. Tap down behind. There goes Roy. The net's going to be empty here for Old Rochester. 1:30 to try to get an equalizer. Pomborg holds it right along the near post to make the save. "24 saves for Jackson Pomborg in this one. Both coaches still have their timeout as well. We're going to play on, though. Hope against Almeida. Almeida will get to it. Left short for Foley. Foley out. Galavati feeds it across. Tank on the backhand. Looking to go down. Trying to connect with Sam Long. Kelly's going to find it. Kelly pokes it away. Thomas helped get it out. Kroll's waiting for it on the side. Thomas back in the air. Trying to stick it down. It's not going to be there. 1:05. Chipped up. Almeida trying to leave it for Foley. Foley across. Here's Tank. Tank. So we hit the final minute. Almeida picks it up. Hope applying that pressure. Almeida still working with the puck. Gets it away. Here's Foley. Hope trying to get a stick down. And it's going to come out of the zone. And a whistle and a stoppage with 42.7. And here we go. Face-off going to be just outside the Canalmen zone. Kroll gets to the puck, loose in his skate. Try to reach to get back onto it. Foley with the nudge. Estevez looking to chip it up. There goes Ronan Kelly with 30 seconds. We'll send it down the ice. It's going to be an icing. And Ledigar is going to use his timeout here with 26.2 to go. All right, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. 26.2 to go in regulation. Faceoff's going to be on the right side of Jackson Pomborg. Bourne up 1-0 in a crucial conference game. If they hold on, in terms of points, they're going to first in the conference. Kroll and Hope trying to fish it out. Hope's got the angle on it. Tied up on the side. Ronan Kelly sees it. Will play it around the boards. Tank's waiting for it with 15. Looks to go short. Grant fanned on it. Kroll's going to take over. Kroll down the ice for 100. Off the outside of the post. And it's going to be an icing. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, how close can you get? And they're going to add more time on to make it 7 seconds. Everybody's stacked up. Hope trying to get it down. Kroll poked it off to the side. Kroll has a lane with 2. He's got to get it off in time. It's in the net. Is it going to count? No, it's not. It doesn't matter. The Canalmen win it 1-0. They go to 7-6-1 on the year, 4-1-1 in conference play. Handshake line is going to go on. Again, you knew it was going to be low scoring, just like last time coming into this one. Only goal came in the second period. Cole Thomas buried it from the left side. Jackson Pomborg's going to have a 24-save shutout to end this one. And I'm telling you, James Kroll, he had it. He had it for 100. Just hit the outside of the post, and then he put it in the net. Probably a second too late. But for Bourne, they've had a lot of good results lately, and they'll be happy to take this one. That's 5 wins now in their last 7 games. So for the live stream audience that is going to do it, we will be live on Wednesday. We don't know if it's going to be on the Bourne Wears Purple account or my YouTube channel. All depends if Ed Strode's going to be able to make the trip. For our tape delay audience, Postgame is coming up next, so don't go anywhere. All right, 1-0 is the final. Bourne gets the win here against Old Rochester today. They move to 7-6-1 on the season and 4-1-1 in South Coast Conference play. Here with Ronan Kelly, Hunter McClain. Ronan, I'm going to start with you. Always big winning on the road in conference play. How does it feel to do it today?
Great, because we tied them earlier, which kind of sucked, and that win gives us a chance to win the SEC. Because we need that win, because Somerset has beaten that team twice. So that was a huge win. And they're in the playoffs, so that's going to move us up in the rankings too.
Hunter, the lone goal came in the second period from Cole Thomas. Just take me through the goal that was scored.
It was a beautiful goal. I saw it. I was right behind him. He just used the defenseman as a screen, kind of. Had a little like toe drag release and just sniped it. I don't know if it hit off the goalie's blocker or stick, but it was a nice goal and huge for us.
Coach Carpenino was telling me before the game that you guys had to crash the net. That was going to be the big key today. How well do you think you guys all did with that today?
I mean, we didn't score on anything in front of the net, but I thought we did a great job on it. Especially beginning of the year, we had no one going to the net, and that was a big reason why we weren't scoring. And to see improvement like that is great, especially with a big week coming up. So I'm happy with the way we did that today.
So, Hunter, Ronan was just talking about how important it is to win the SEC games. In terms of points with the win today, you guys are now in first place in the South Coast Conference. Still got 2 big ones coming up, but how does it feel now with just 2 games to go in conference play having that first place title?
It feels amazing. It's been, 6 years, I think, since we won the conference, so that'd be huge for us this year. That'd be a huge morale booster. And if we could do that, beat Somerset, and then beat Aponequid again, that would be amazing.
I know there were a whole bunch of penalties on the ice today. That's not any of you guys' fault, though. That ref was doing some terrible calls out there. But it felt like every single time you guys were facing a penalty kill, it was you two the whole time, just clearing the puck down every single time. Just take me through that. What were the discussions? Was Coach just telling you to send it down the ice, walk out with it? What were those discussions like?
Well, the whole idea for, I guess, our penalty kills, just stay in the middle, get the puck out, and I thought we did a great job on that today. I think we were on the penalty kill for 10 minutes that game. And didn't let up a goal, and that was a big part of why we won.
Hunter, the other team captain, along with you, Jackson Pomborg, 24 save shutout. Feels like almost every single time you guys are winning that he's getting a shutout. Just take me through his performance today.
I mean, he's just huge for us. He made some crazy saves that I thought were going to be goals, and he's a great goalie. Without him, we'd definitely not be where we are today. And yeah, he just has great vision on the puck, like communicates if there's a guy behind us that we don't see. He communicates that, and he's just a great goalie to have.
Two more questions. Both of you can answer it. We picked you two as our players of the game. If you guys had to pick one, who would it be and why?
I'd give it to Jackson. I feel like every game, like you said, we win. He's always gets shutouts, and it's so massive. Scoring 1 goal a game, being able to hold on to a win, only scoring 1 is so huge. So that's great to have him. If we didn't have him, I don't know where we'd be. So it's another big game by him.
And I'd probably say Cole. He had that nice goal. He had a few opportunities that unfortunately we couldn't bury, but he had a great game. And there's a bunch of kids I'd give it to as well, but I'm going to have to go with Cole.
And then we just touched upon it briefly maybe a few minutes ago. Next game coming up, South Coast Conference, the big one against Somerset Berkeley. The winner of that game's probably going to win the South Coast Conference. What's going to be the mindset going into that one on the road?
We just got to play as hard as we can because we had a pretty tough 3-1 loss to them, some bad goals let up. And I think if we played as hard as we played today, as hard as we've been playing, I think we could beat Somerset, which would be massive for us.
Yeah, I think if we keep playing good D, Jackson keeps playing good, we just need more opportunities and finish crashing the net. Like, we get good opportunities, we don't finish them necessarily all the time, but we do that. I think we'll have a really good chance at winning on Wednesday.
Guys, I want to thank you for taking some time for postgame, especially on the road, because I know you guys just want to get on the bus and go home. Ed Strode, as always, big shout out to you running the camera. Next event we're going to have on our feeds is going to be tomorrow night for our Canal Cup preview show. Jackson Pomborg, Landon Hope will be joining in on that. We'll discuss what the Canal Cup tournament's all about. We'll preview how last year's went. I think we all know how last year's game went. And we got a surprise as we're going to have a special guest joining in on commentary for that Canal Cup game. So we'll preview that a little bit. But for now, here at Tabor Academy, Keegan Hamblett signing off, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.